Several months ago, I was playing around with the strategies from the strategy collections dashboard at Algo trading space, and I decided to give it a try with one new concept for Darwinex Zero. And the concept is trading with Portfolio Expert Advisor. And for those of you who don't know what is Portfolio Expert, don't worry, I will explain that concept a little bit later in the video. But until then, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, now it's a good time to do it, and also give a thumbs up to this video if you like the content that you're learning. Let's jump into the trading screen now. I'm in the account tracker dashboard and we'll show you the account we're going to explore in today's video. As you see from the name, this is an EA Studio Portfolio Expert. I created it using strategies from the strategy dashboard, and I will show you that one as well. Before that, let me analyze the account and the performance first. As you can see, this is a profitable account. It's running on the Darwinex Zero platform and it made 2% profit with average monthly gain less than 0.5%, but max floating loss as well is very low, as you can see. And return to drawdown, new metric which we added to the account tracker, it's above 6. So this is a very stable performance, and actually this metric shows us that we can scale up the account. But I will show you how I'm managing the account and how I'm scaling it up. Okay, so here's the balance and equity chart. You can see that there are movements sideways, but overall the account is being profitable and the performance is going up. And if I scroll down to the terminal, you can see the open trades here, and we have also plenty of closed trades already, 206 trades. And what I'm trading here, I'll go to the trade analysis tab here, and you can see here the symbols and magic numbers of the robots which I'm trading. And I have started this account with 7 expert advisors trading dollar-yen. As you can see here from the magic numbers, the first one starts with 0 and the last one ends with 6. And basically these are the robots which I have been trading. But over the time I have dropped some robots from the account because of the performance, and I didn't like it. And for example, I didn't like these two here, how they perform, and I dropped them one by one gradually. And what you can do here in the account tracker actually is you can click hide inactive and also hide warning. The warning means that the robot has not been trading in the last 7 days. So if I hide the warning as well, you can see the performance from the rest, which are very stable. I won't check that one because the strategy is still in the trading account, but overall you can see from the 7 strategies I started with, currently I'm trading 5 and they are being very stable performers. And pay attention to these two, for example, this one made 45 trades already and this one made 44. They're being profitable. You can see the performance here as well, and what's the max floating loss of each one. And actually, if you stay until the end of the video, I will share with you this collection of expert advisors and show you how you can get them for free. So back to the trading performance, let me show you how this is being reflected into the Darwinex Zero account. And here's the account in the ticker. You can see return since inception 5.71% and max drawdown 3.48%. And if we compare this with the space tracker, you can notice that the return in the Darwinex Zero platform is bigger, but also the max floating loss. And the reason for this is the Darwinex Zero engine. As you can see here, I have a multiplier of 2.68, which means that over the time they are multiplying my trades. As you can see here, the account started with the drawdown, and actually it made its biggest drawdown at the beginning, and now it is climbing only up. And you can see the same drawdown here in the account tracker, and now we're going upwards. Going back to the Darwinex Zero platform, what else we can see here is that we have assets under management, 30,000 euros. And the reason is that actually this account received capital allocation recently, and actually I wanted to show you in this video how I made this setup and how you can create portfolio experts for yourself as well. Now let me quickly switch to the trading platform so I can get the portfolio expert from there. Here's the MetaTrader platform. You can see currently I have 4 open trades, but we can see the same in the account tracker. And if I go to the history, you can see plenty of open and closed trades, overall profitable performance as we saw. So what I will do is go to File, Open Data folder, navigate to MQL5 Experts, Advisors, and from here I'll just take the source code of this expert advisor to show you what it is, and I'll copy that one. And before I move it to my other computer, let me show you the expert properties. There's not a lot that you can change here, but still you can control the risk, the base magic number, and then the system will automatically amend the number of the different expert advisors. And also we have the max spread protection here. News filter is enabled with 5 minutes before and after high news, and this is it. The rest are just the expert advisors, and the settings of those we cannot see here. But let me show you the individual settings of the EAs in Expert Advisor Studio. I'm on the Expert Advisor Studio homepage at studio.algotrading.space.com, and for those of you who are not familiar familiar with this software. This is a strategy builder which allows you to visually create strategies by using MetaTrader indicators, but also you can use the generator, which will automatically generate strategies based on your predefined criteria, preset indicators, etc. So this is a very good software. It has a learning curve, but I definitely suggest anyone watching this video to follow up with the collection which I will share with you and play around with the strategies. Now what I will do is I'm not going to use the generator or the strategy editor. Instead, I will switch to the validator and I will drop my portfolio expert here so you can see it. I have already copy pasted it on my desktop here, so I will just click on that one and then I will click on start. As you can see, 7 strategies were added to the collection, and if I go to the collection, you can see how they look. And actually, I will repeat the same process because I want to show something else. I will remove those strategies from here and I will go to the data horizon, and I will set the end date, which will be in February 5th, which is the moment when I started this account, because what I want to simulate right now is how the performance of the strategies would look like when I started the account and what would be the out of sample. So I will go back and click start, and this will again upload the strategies, but it will show the performance up until the moment I started trading them. Now I will go to data horizon, remove the end date, return to the collection and click on recalculate. As you can see, this green line here, it is the period after the 5th of February, so after I started trading those strategies, and Expert Advisor Studio shows us what is the out of sample performance. You can see some of the strategies went on a loss and then went back to profit, like these two. Most likely these are the two strategies which I showed you here that I dropped actually because of their performance. I have a rule about evaluating the strategies from EA Studio, and I will tell you that one a little bit later, but this is how the collection looks like. And if you want to trade these strategies as portfolio expert, what you need to do is add them all to the portfolio, and you can see it here. Now I will recalculate the portfolio, and this is the overall performance of this portfolio. So this one is with the minimum 0.01 on a $1,000 account, and you can play around with the lots, and you can play around also with the account size from here. I just want to show you the concept and how it looks and how it works also, and I want to share with you this collection so you can have access to those expert advisors. And actually I will do it right now because I don't want to forget later in the video. So what I will do is go to download, and I will download the collection. This collection contains all the 7 expert advisors, and if you want to use them later, you can do it with the EA Studio trial. So simply go to the homepage of Expert Advisor Studio, sign up for the 15 days free trial. Then once you have walked into your account, you can go to the collections. I will remove that one, and I will just take the collection which I have uploaded from here, and this one I will share in the Algo Trading Space website. If you go to your account from the Get Started button, and if you go to the Freebies section, there are free collections here. I will share it here in the collections folder. I will add that one, and it will be available by the end of this month. Besides that, we have always collections available here from our strategy generation process, so you can replicate the same process with them as well. Or during the EA Studio trial, you can also come here, download the collection and import it back into EA Studio. This is all the information about the different strategies, and if I click this button here, you can see the balance, equity, the symbols, the entry lots, stop loss, take profit. There are many strategies in this collection. Take a look if you're interested in this type of trading. Going back to Expert Advisor Studio, like I told you, I will just import back the collection, and you can clearly see it here. So if you want to access the individual expert advisors, simply click on the download button for MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5, and like this I can download this individual EA, compile it in the meta editor, and you can see the full source code, so you can play around with that one. If you're a developer and you're interested to learn how this trading strategy is created, you can export the full source code, then compile and place it on your platform, and you can start trading with this robot if you like the concept and the idea. Now before I wrap up this video, I want to go back to my trading account and tell you what's my plan going forward. So I have already removed the inactive strategies from the portfolio export, and the way you can do this is by simply going to Expert Advisor Studio, removing the strategies that you don't want to use in this portfolio, for example, let's say this here, and you can add the remaining to the portfolio, but I already have a portfolio here, so I'll remove that one. You can add the remaining, and you can just download the portfolio export. Alternatively, the other way to work with the portfolio export, and I will switch to the trading platform to show that, is if I open the portfolio export, you can see here the source code, and you need to scroll until you reach this section with the void set signals, where we have the different strategies from the portfolio, and I have already disabled this one, and so far just this. So I have 4, 5, 3, 1, and 0 still running, and the others are disabled. And why I disabled them? Because because I saw that their performance of 26 is not being stable, and I removed them. And the way I evaluate the strategies is the following. I wait for them to make at least 30 trades and 30 days. If we have 30 trades but not 30 days, I will wait for the 30 days period. Also, if we have 30 days but not 30 trades like this one, I will wait for that period to pass. And once this period passes, I can decide whether or not the strategy is good or bad. This one, after more than 30 days, showed me that it is not being stable. It went sideways, then it went down. Probably it will recover, but it has less than 50% win rate and very small profit from this account, and I'm not happy trading it going forward. That's why I decided to remove it. Before I wrap up the video, I almost forgot to show you what is this strategy dashboard. And if you go to your free Algo trading space profile and scroll down to the software section, there is this thing called strategy dashboard. I'll click that one, and you can see that the strategy dashboard is loading. And what this dashboard represents, these are strategies that we are generating in-house for our own trading, but also strategies coming from the prop firm robots app, and we revalidate them once a month against our conditions and criteria. So from here you can come and, for example, select the multi-market strategies, and this will leave this magic number strategy, which, as you can see, it can trade on multiple symbols, and you can download it from here. Go to Expert Advisor Studio Collections tab, and you can just import that one here and further play around with it. And if you like it, you can just download it as an Expert Advisor for MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5. Alternatively, you can go to the Freebies section. So let me scroll down and select a collection which will have more strategies in it, and I will look for one with a bigger file size. So probably this one with the Euro Swiss M5, or let's see, what do we have? Okay, this one is perfect. Pound Aussie M5, 117 kilobytes. So I will download that one. And the file is downloaded. So what I will do is I will go to Expert Advisor Studio, remove the collection which I imported before, and I will import that one. What you can see here, that we have 12 strategies for Pound Aussie. I will recalculate them because the strategy performance might change from the JSON file, but overall, this is the collection. And if I like it, if I want to make a portfolio export from that one, I can click the plus button and this will add it to the portfolio. But before that, let's clean up the portfolio, because portfolio export can contain only robots from the same symbol and time frame. And I'll select that one as well, and that one, and that one, and probably that's fine. I go to the portfolio, click on calculate, and you can see the performance of this portfolio. Return to drawdown, max drawdown, and few other metrics as well. I can then export it as portfolio export. This option is available only for paid users. Take note of this. So you need to have a paid license if you want to use the portfolio export. Still, you can use the individual standalone EAs, and there's a lot of value here just with your free trial account. So this was my process of trading with portfolio expert advisors. I showed in the video how I create the portfolio experts, how I optimize them further, how I disable the strategies which don't perform well. And going forward, my goal with this account would be to keep trading it until I reach the threshold of 30 trades or 30 days to further evaluate the strategies. If they perform according to the backtest, I will keep them. If they underperform, I will simply remove them until I leave in the portfolio only the most profitable expert advisors. I hope you liked this video and the concept I showed to you about portfolio experts. This is a very convenient way of testing many expert advisors at once, and with the Darwinex Zero platform, this is even easier, because if you perform well, you can earn capital allocation and get paid for your efforts. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.